How do you decide which addition method to use, especially when you've got more than two numbers?
Well, when you've got 4 different numbers to add together, and some of them are large numbers, that's a great time to use a vertical method because you might lose track of your different values and place value columns. So let's put these numbers into our lined horizontal lines. Now I haven't got vertical lines here, but you could draw those if you wanted to. But what I'm going to do is make sure when I put 63 down that the 6 under the tens place is sitting directly under the 0 in the tens place of the number above. And when I put 3,201 in, I could start with the 201 because that's easy to line up and then put the 3 in maybe. So work out what works for you just to make sure they're all lined up. And then I've got 8,493 and that goes in straight under the number before it. Now we'll put a plus sign there just on the left. If we were doing this and our columns weren't lined up, that's where our numbers can go all over the place. So this is really important. Now let's add up the units column. I've got 7 and 3 makes 10. And 1 and 3 is 4, so that's 14 units. So I'm going to put 4 down and regroup 10 of the units to one of the tens. Now when I'm actually working with my tens column, what I've noticed is there's a 9 and a 1, which makes 10. So I'm going to start with that first. Now you might like to just put a little cross through the numbers if you do that, so you know you've already included them, or circle them, or you can just add from the top working down, whatever suits you. So I've got the 10 plus another 6, that makes 16. So 16 tens means there's 6 tens, but 10 of those tens are going to be renamed or regrouped to one of the hundreds. And again, I've got 1 and 9, which makes 10. 2 and 4 is 6, so that's 16. So 16 hundreds is 6 hundreds, and I'm going to regroup 10 of the hundreds to one of the thousands. And now I've got 1 and 3 and 8. That altogether makes 12. So that's 2 thousands and one of the 10,000s, or 12,000. Now, how do I know that that answer's reasonable? Not that I know it's exactly correct, but that it's likely to be correct, or a good attempt. Well, we can do a quick check. If we think of the thousands and we look at the numbers we started with, we had 3 plus 8. We had 11 thousands. If we look at the hundreds, we had 9 plus 2, which is 11, plus 4, which is 15. Now, 1500 is 1,500, and we've got 11,000. So altogether we've got 12,500 before we even add in the tens and the units. So that tells me that's a pretty good estimate. If I had 126,000 or 1,266, then I might realise I've got my digits in the wrong place value column. But as it stands, that's a pretty good estimate. So I'd be happy with that. Now, of course, you can use your calculator to check that and then see if it is exact as well.